me. Just quickly present yourselves really quick.
My name is Katie Schumacher. I'm the marketing supervisor here at Grimmway Farms, and we're excited to be here with everyone.
We also have Mia, our intern this summer, and I'm having her also kind of scope out this whole training and kind of see behind the scenes and understand more of the partnerships that we have. And Grimmway is a true believer in having interns with us. So I'll just have Mia introduce herself really quick, but she'll just be behind the scenes and also observing and joining you guys as well to learn a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm Mia Torgiani. I'm an intern this summer from Bakersfield, California, and currently a senior at Oklahoma State University. And I'm just excited to learn more about Grimmway this summer.
Thank you, Mia. So thank you, PROACT, for having Grimmway being the kickoff for this program and new venture, which we think it's such a great avenue for both of us and this partnership, and being able to provide more insight on Grimmway. Definitely, I know it's harder for everybody to come in and see things upfront and personal, due to our schedules and where we're located, but hopefully, through these trainings, we're able to help out. And of course, we're always available, to be able to offer anything that we can to better help understand the process of the carrots. So just to kick off, basically an overview of Grimmway. It started with two brothers, and it traces back to a stand. When people ask me, what do you do? I sell carrots, like in the corner. So that's exactly what our founders did. Basically started off with a stand, and now we're one of the largest producer of carrots, and we definitely, the insight of these brothers and just their concept of seeing the future early on, and committing to bringing fresh, healthy, and safe produce to our communities was always, their priority, and definitely wanted to make an investment in that. And, we care about the Earth's natural resources, and definitely our employees have always been forefront, our family, and making sure that, all of them and their families are always this big, huge family background, and always our priority. So with that emphasis, definitely you see three on the slides of our emphasis of food safety. Definitely, has always been our priority, and we always take that very serious. That is something we do not play with. Do not put that aside. That is one of our forefront priorities, and we work and continue to strive to be at the top of that category. Our QA team keeps growing, and definitely adding more and more people to help in that area. And we try to be certified in everything and everywhere, and stay up to par with all the requirements. And I feel we have a very strong team that keeps learning and being on top of everything to be able to have you trust our company to make sure that you're having the safest and most freshest product in carrots and all our other categories. Also to touch base, but we'll be touching base on diversification on our next slide, but definitely want to emphasize that we do grow in 9 different states and a dozen different regions in the USA. We are open year round. We usually had to spread through the years when we used to be mainly California. But as you have seen through the years, definitely rain has not been the same in California. So many factors have incorporated into California that we've had to extend out. But definitely always staying in the USA. So now to 2025, you can see in the map just different areas we have. And innovation, as now more and more customers have wanting to see different things, different concepts, and a carrot, how much can you really do with a carrot? And we are definitely growing department in that region. We did acquire San Miguel, which is a big plus for us to be able to experiment a little bit more with our innovation and have more people on hand, another facility to test different things and bring a different variety of carrot cuts. As you saw, you will get to see different value added items that we have that come from a whole carrot. And just having some great minds to think of what else can we do with a carrot. I always get excited because sometimes I don't think I'm not in that area, but I love to sell it when I see a great item and a new cut, and makes me excited. So so definitely some of our forefront on those areas. Next slide. So as I mentioned, the regions with the tariffs recently presented, wanted to emphasize that we are strictly USA. Right now, there is no plan to go outside of the USA. So we have been and continue to be domestic in the United States of America. And just again, emphasizing the different growing regions. We do have a seasonal program in the Tri-Cities of Washington and Florida, which we just finished up in Lake Park, Georgia. And we do ship out of there. We don't provide every cut that we do out of California. The facilities are smaller. So in the Tri-Cities areas, we focus more on the baby carrots. It has a shorter, harvest time frame. There is a lot of water up there, which is nice, but then again, too much water. You can't get much sizing, and the short weather, that's adequate for a carrot to grow. So right now we basically emphasize on baby carrots. We would love to be able to expand, hopefully maybe add some cellos out of there, whole carrot, but jumbos, we don't really get sizing out of there. So definitely a region we probably want to continue adding some packs, but right now the emphasis is baby carrots. And Lake Park, Georgia, we've tried year after year to try to extend the season out there, but the hurricanes that hit in that area, if you're in that area, you are very familiar with that. Also a lot of humidity. So different factors also affect the carrots being able to grow out of there year round. So unfortunately, the carrots seem to be doing great to start December and finish around May. So usually our season's been pretty strong around that time. And also there we grow baby carrots, jumbos, cellos, whole carrots. We don't do any of the processed items, value added yet. Can definitely be a project that we might want to invest in the future for sure. Again, everything costs money, so it is an idea and a concept definitely to expand in that area. But at the moment, we've been consistent with the items we have there, and it's been doing very well, and definitely a plus for our holiday pool. And for the customers that are in that area, definitely freight-wise saving, it is a plus as well. So hoping next year we are able to have another strong season. Again, that one is December through May. Baby carrots, sallows, jumbos, some chunk out of there. But definitely don't have a line yet for sticks or coins, bias, other stuff that we carry there. Yeah, so definitely, as you can see, total carrot acreage, 60,000 plus acres that we have throughout all our growing regions. And definitely continue to still keep looking, as every year we have challenges that we try to plan ahead. Definitely summers have been hotter, so we definitely always look to expand to other regions and valleys to try to get a cooler temperature in the nights, because carrots love cool nights. Warm days, but not over 100, not consistent 100-day degrees, because that also affects the carrots and stumping their growth and quality, and just so many things that can affect it. But definitely finding that right temperature, and finding more land and sandy sand that they can get planted in definitely is ideal for them. So our farming team does a great job to test it out before we actually continue growing out there. If it doesn't work, we disc it and move on and continue looking. Basically our carrot processing. So this is kind of a snapshot of the process of our Malaga plant here in California. Our processing plant basically starts out, you harvest it from the fields, as you saw from the previous slide. Wherever it's growing, most of the region's grown, our truck transports it back to our facility at Malaga, California. Malaga plant in Arvin, California, and we put it through a washout, and all our plant is set up in a linear. That was the mindset of the Grimm brothers when they created this massive warehouse. Their concept was just to start from one end and end at the other. And being present in our facility, and you guys are all welcome to come whenever you have time, or if you're ever in the region, you can call us up and we can take you to a tour if you have the opportunity and time. But definitely linear, you start from the washout. You have the trucks kind of tilted a little bit to be able to put the pressure washer in to try to get all the dirt from the carrots off, and then they go through another washer in the line, and then we cut and peel and size the carrots, and that is mainly for the baby processed value-added items. And then we also have still our manual labor with our hand sorters to be able to get any last minute things that the machine couldn't dissect, because there's nothing like the human eye. So trying to get some of the, tops that could have processed through that should not be in there. And then they go through a weighing bagging machine. So hence when we're selling 5 pound, 2 pound or anything like that, it's all machine based weight and it shoots off. And then it ends up at the shipping warehouse where the trucks check in and we load the orders. Once the truck comes in, and we get it staged and programmed if you make an appointment. And the next slide will show a little demonstration video kind of what we talked about this eventually. So you can kind of see it live going through if you were here present. And just a fun fact, because I always get asked this question, and I thought this was great information, but I always get asked if we grow baby carrots, just because we see that true baby carrot that comes with the little top. And that's more of a specialty pack carrot that is made. We don't grow our baby carrots tiny. We have a seed variety specifically grown, and it's a whole carrot. As you see in the first picture, it's a seed variety that's grown for a baby, and it's a whole slender carrot, and it's perfectly sized to be cut into a baby carrot. So we continue to experiment with seed varieties, because definitely our goal is to have a sweet carrot. But sometimes the sweeter the seed and variety, it can also create, cracks in it just because of the high brix concentration. So again, our farming team continues to experiment, do different, but the ones that have been good, we continue to use those. But we cut them from that, and we cut, peel, size them, and then you get the ready to eat baby carrot. So one whole carrot, normally yields anywhere from 2 to 4 baby carrots. So these are planted closer together compared to like a whole cello or jumbo carrot. That one's a little bit spread out, planted further apart so they can get sizing to grow out in the fields. The baby carrots, we want them long and slender, so they're planted closer. Hence, we can have more in the fields out there since they're planted together. And then another great, I think, slide, because it kind of showcases how we get all our cuts from a carrot. We try to use every part of the carrot for everything that we do, and the parts that we can't use in our facility, we usually have contracts out already for cattle feed. But as you can see on a table carrot and a jumbo carrot, and the difference between a table and a jumbo is basically the diameter sizing. Jumbo is our largest diameter size carrot that we have. And with the jumbo, we are able to produce our 4-inch chunk, sticks, and shred out of that. And the lower part of it, we do our coins, and then the tip and sometimes the top, we send it to the juice plant, a small division that we have here to do some juicing. And then the table carrots, we can be able to run some of our 2-inch chunk, coin shred chips as well. Baby carrots definitely come from the table carrot as well. When we are on the smaller side. So usually when we start our season, carrots tend to be smaller. The longer they're in the fields, they tend to grow and size up. So sometimes we're able to use some of the table carrots to produce our baby carrots, and then the very tip of it we can use for petites and the carrotinis as well. But just a little fun fact of just how we try to utilize everything of a carrot and not go anything to waste. And then definitely the parts we can't use will definitely go to cattle feed or other contracts where we have, for food boxing programs and things like that, just because a cow can't eat that much carrot either. Because then their milk will start turning orange as well, just like a human, I've been asked, hey, if you eat too much carrots, will your skin turn orange? And I have confirmed that yes, you can start turning orange if you definitely eat too much carrots. I don't remember how much. That would be a fun fact I need to actually investigate with our QA team, but I know it's pretty much a large amount to consume. And the cows would do the same concept. So maybe if there's a fun marketing fact on selling orange milk, that might be a new avenue as well. But so definitely would love to hear that feedback. But so we can't sell that much to the cattle feed either. So definitely we have different programs that we try to sell different things, chicken feed and things like that. But yeah. So this one is the actual video, so probably like 2 minutes long or a little bit short. Oh yeah, 2 minutes. Just a little live video feed from our farmers and kind of seeing the start to finish of how we run the carrots and everything that we do. So hope you enjoy it.
This is where we can produce carrots maybe more than once a year, but also where we have the climate, the water, and the soils adequate for good carrot culture. So really, we're looking for sandy soils or sandy loam soils, good water source, and the ability to be able to manage it in those areas.
First, it starts with good ground. Second, you want a good seasoned grower that's seen season after season of feast and famine. They've been bruised a little bit. You get a little bit smarter each year on how you approach growing that crop. Who fires up a tractor and gets a piece of dirt ready to go. He beds that thing up. He sows that seed in. 3 or 4 months later, a harvester shows up. You got to have a good harvesting team to come in there to get that product out of the ground, and we send it to the sheds. It goes to shipping, and then it goes to the store. My job's special to me because I think the products that we produce help America stay healthy.
We have basically 2 types of carrots. We have the whole carrot that you find in the grocery store that's packed as a whole carrot, and that's called a cello carrot. But we also have what's called the baby carrot, and that's the little cut piece of carrot that is peeled and ready to eat. The processing of the whole carrot is really a matter of getting the carrots from the trucks, get them washed, get them sized, and get them into the bags, and then get them cold and get them into the pack room. The baby carrot is much more involved because now you're taking a carrot and you're actually processing it. So you have to go through the same steps of washing the carrot, sizing it to make sure that you have the right size captured. Then you go through a cutting process, you go through a peeling process, a cooling process, a grading process, and finally, at the very end, it gets into the bagging room, gets packaged, and then gets into the case and sent out to the customer. Because ultimately, we're trying to create a product that is being sold to our customers and enjoyed by our customers. My family is a big carrot eating family. We love carrots. We love eating the products that we put out. And it's nice to have a collaborative team growing it, get it out of the ground, and get it into the customer's hands.
Hope you enjoyed that little video. So basically, as you saw the process, these are a few of the different value items we have that we currently have on the market and available to sell. We basically have baby carrots, coin, dice, matchstick, bias, the chunk chips, coin crinkle. Rainbow's definitely one of the newer items that probably came out within the last 5 or so years. We have our sticks, which the brick pack is a manual labor item that we still have. Everything else is machine processed. And then our newest item, which is the crinkle cut sticks, which we'll talk about more. But that was one of the innovative items that came out that's different with the carrot. But yeah, we just still haven't figured out how to automatically make the brick pack look the way it does without having the human manually putting it into that bag to make it look like a brick and have the same speed process. So definitely still a work in progress for that option. And just a little concept of the different nutrition facts of the carrots and what they offer. The vitamin A's and low calories, definitely a great option if you're not allergic to carrots or but in general it's usually one of the veg items that is healthy, and I'm proud to be able to sell it, to be able to feed America. And just like our farmer says, it's something that we feel proud to be able to sell. Snacks definitely is one of our biggest options that we have for the school nutrition. Definitely the segment and be able to continue to grow that, to be able to provide nutritional option for the kids. I mean, it's a USDA Smart Snack, National School Lunch Program that meets the red, orange veggie requirements. And as you can see, the 102.6 meets the USDA serving half cup size of vegetables. The 103 ounce is a little bit higher. It's probably closer to 3/4. It's a little bit in between, but 102.6 definitely meets the half cup serving size. But it's a great snack for school lunches, after school programs, healthcare, because it's available year round. It's ready to eat, individually packed, and no preservatives. So definitely it's something that we always love to be able to provide and sell. And again, all our value added items, it's labor saving benefits, because you don't have any waste. Everything is usable, 100% usable, and shelf life, 30 days from pack date. Definitely something that we continue to see, and we always love hearing the feedback, because obviously with the summers on the fields and things start getting hotter, whenever we have a break in cold chain or the fields start getting too hot, it does affect sometimes the quality of the carrot, and until we start hearing feedback. So always love to appreciate that the customers tell us, because then we're able to talk to our production and our farming and get that fixed right away. And that sometimes is closing out that field, disking it, and starting a fresh field in our new growing region. We don't like to start too early, because the carrots need to still grow. So but sometimes if we have to go in a week or two early, that is sometimes a call that we do make just because of the quality of the ending fields or, but we can't start too early just for that concept because then you would just have baby carrots in the fields when they're actually supposed to be jumbos. So starting too early would definitely not help. So so our farming team is always on top of trying to do that and improve. And sometimes it's also switching fields and trying new fields, as also the weather keeps changing in California year after year. As mentioned, with our innovation, this is something that was presented this year and officially launching, which is our crinkle cut fries. It's all carrots, and definitely there's different options and applications, definitely one of them that really is fun is air frying it. Close to the taste and texture of a sweet potato fry. Not necessarily as much of that taste, but very similar to it. And definitely with the air fryer gives it a slight crunch, not too much, but definitely a good staple concept of, looking like a French fry, but knowing that you're eating something healthy. So I feel it's a unique offering, something different. And you can also bake it to get a crispy perfection. Or you can do the old-fashioned way of just raw as a dipping choice with your choice of dressing, ranch, guacamole, peanut butter if you're not allergic. So something fun and again, great vitamins and fresh and healthy options. So if you have any questions on that, again, anything that you see here, we are happy to send samples. If you need to test it out, we can definitely add them to your orders. If you need a 5-pound pack to just R&D test, we can definitely FedEx it as well. But happy to always be able to provide any samples just to help you see it before you actually, try to sell it, if it helps out. So fun fact about the rainbow and the carrots is that it originated in Asia and around the AD 900, and the carrot actually was yellow and purple. Orange carrots probably weren't seen until probably around the 1500s. So carrots do come in different colors already from history, but they do have different nutrient value. So we wanted to present a little bit of all the colors and what they provide. Some of them, it is very helpful for like heart disease, just based on information that's been provided. But obviously you have your orange classic, so the beta carotene. So we're able to, convert that and, get the vitamin A, which is critical for our skin and our eyes and our immune system. You have the purple.
Yeah, anthocyanins.
Which help with the collagen and protect our body, and also helps prevent heart disease, slowing blood clotting, and strengthening our blood vessels. And I mean, you can probably see more of all of them. And we can definitely share this slide, or even just the one slide if that's what you're interested. I just thought it was so neat and cool to see just what each color of the carrot and how it helps with, some part of our body and just the health benefits of it. And also knowing it wasn't an orange carrot early on, but, definitely had other colors. And I always get asked that question, so it's kind of fun to be able to share that. Yeah, orange wasn't the original color. We had purple and definitely other colors, yellow being the forefront color. But I don't know, then now anybody sees a carrot and it's supposed to be orange. So teaching our kids, sometimes they see it. Some of them will be like, how cool. And other ones are like, that's not a carrot. So so I think it's always a nice idea that we brought back this concept of rainbow carrots. we don't grow all the colors year round. Not all of them are able to take year round. Sometimes some of the colors gap. So sometimes we definitely try to guarantee 3 colors minimum year round to make it a rainbow. But sometimes like yellow does gap certain times of the year, and the white as well. So there is 5 colors that we grow, but they are planted sporadically and harvested, all together. We don't isolate by color, unfortunately. Just to see variety, the way that we're able to grow this carrot, it's just a rainbow option. But yeah, definitely love the concept that each color has some great nutritional benefits for us. Advantage of value added, as mentioned, food safety, less touching, and already pre-programmed, fresh, ready to eat. Reduces personal training. You redirect your labor to use in other concepts of your kitchen or anything that you might not need anymore. You increase the yield of definitely 100% usable product because it's ready to eat out of the bag, or ready to use in whatever concept or plate that you might be preparing. Increase inventory control, and cost savings and stable pricing, because usually our process items we are able to offer year-round stable pricing. And usually it's reviewed year after year. And it's an item, because it's processed, we can offer year-round consistency and quality and supply. As you let us know, we try to fix it immediately when we can. If you see any issues, we definitely direct that, as mentioned before, and get that corrected as soon as possible. Quality. Definitely, as mentioned, Mother Nature plays a major part in it. As our farming team, usually year after year, they understand the concept, everything that goes, but we can never understand Mother Nature, because we would love for her to be the same in a way every year, but she makes her own plans, and every year we have to kind of try to prepare for it. But some of the common defects you'll probably see and probably have experienced is blushing. Usually it's whitened. You see that white surface on the outside, and that's usually when they get some kind of air, it causes them to be dehydrated because their skin is peeled off. So usually that's still safe to eat, but I know it's the appearance. So sometimes, we always recommend, if you have the ability, if you can rinse the carrots under cold water, you'll see them rehydrate and get their vibrant orange color back, and it takes away that concept of the look, that it just looks, oh, it's white, that doesn't look pretty. But I know sometimes that's not feasible, but it's definitely just because its skin has been peeled off, so it's trying to get moisture from everywhere, and if there is none, it starts having that exterior look of that whitening. Growth cracks, as mentioned. Moisture stress causes cracking of the roots after it doesn't get enough moisture and water irrigation. And as mentioned, carrots require a healthy sandy soil. It doesn't just grow in any field. It needs a proper soil, and definitely water all the way to the root. That's why when California used to have good water, and then past years we haven't seen it as we have in years before, and hence we've had to extend out of California. But yeah, just like a lot of our vegetables, we need water to grow them. And carrots, are basically like 70% water based, so rotting, molding usually comes from high temperatures. So usually those very hot summers. Humidity, especially after harvest, can cause that black fungi to grow. To avoid that, what we do is, and minimize that impact, is what our food safety comes in with strict harvesting procedures, and definitely that hydro cooling process that we do on the line, in order to be able to take care of making sure that doesn't come through. And if it does, then that's when we start switching fields and disking that, because it's not usable. Sliming, also, one of the biggest things is just improper or poor storage conditions, not knowing, especially if you're carrying other commodities together, maybe thinking, hey, carrots can go under this temperature, and really we want them to be refrigerated between 34 to 36 degrees, and stay in that cold environment throughout the whole process. If there is any change out of it, because if it heats up, then you cool it down and it's a hardy carrot. It takes its time, so you're stressing the carrot, and then it starts breaking down. It might not happen immediately. It might take a week or two, and you'll start seeing that. And usually, it's because of just that change of temperature, and it just starts developing its own, I guess, what's the right proper word to say? Just that cold, hot, and then it starts breaking down and turning slimy and soft, and at that point, definitely throw it away. Emphasize again, always refrigerate immediately, never break the cold chain. The ideal storage, 32 to 36, but really 34 to 36 is the best. Store away from ethyl producing fruits, apples, avocados, bananas. Rotate stock on a first in, first out basis. And then shelf life, baby peel carrots, 30 days from pack date. Usually we try to keep max 2 days. Weekends we don't produce, so usually if you're loading Monday, the product is probably made Friday. And that would probably be the longest time that it would be on our warehouse. And then our value added, like our shred sticks, that's 21 days from pack date. And as mentioned again, if you start seeing slimy carrots, definitely discard them. So fun facts again, carrots belong to the Umbelliferae family. Okay. And some of their closest relatives are parsley, dill, and fennel. Orange carrots give their bright color from an antioxidant called beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A in the body. A single serving of carrots provides more than 70% of the daily recommended value of vitamin A, which supports immunity and eye health. Carrots take an average of 120 days to grow from seed to harvest. And our baby carrots it's closer to 100 days. So usually baby carrots are pulled out earlier than our whole carrots. Our whole carrots sometimes can go all the way to 160 days. Carrots are roughly 88% water. Carrots were originally purple. The modern day orange carrot wasn't cultivated until Dutch growers in the late 16th century, and took mutant strains of the purple carrots and gradually developed them into the sweet, plump orange variety that we have today. Grimmway Farms is one of the largest producers of carrots in the world, and over 85% of carrots grown in the United States are grown in California. And this year has definitely been exciting for us, as about 5-6 years ago, COVID, pretty much COVID year. Grimmway was purchased by Taze, an investor, and definitely they have other companies that they have acquired through recent years. And in July they acquired San Miguel Produce. Some of you might have done business with them, other ones have not, but definitely now they're part of our portfolio. And RPE as well, Tasteful Selections and RPE. So potatoes is also part of our family. And our goal is to try to tell our customers, we have the opportunity to do a one-stop shop here at our Malaga facility in California. And we would be able to transfer everything to our facility here. That way you're not having to stop in other locations if you are procuring these items. We can just get them all transferred here within 48 hours notice and, get them loaded on your truck and save you that time from moving one place to another. So definitely have more information on that to share if you're interested. But leading North America, just a little bit more information. Leading North American carrot, potato, and organic vegetable producer, supplier, and distributor. The combination of decades of experience in growing and processing fresh vegetables, collaborative vision for continued growth, and diverse growing and sourcing areas to achieve the surety of supply year round. So now that will be no, it's okay. So definitely introducing our new name of Grimmway Produce Group, and definitely will take into full effect after IFPAs coming in July in Monterey and Anaheim in October, and will be known as Grimmway GPG Grimmway Produce Group. So we wanted to put more information on the San Miguel group that we acquired in July. San Miguel has a lot of the value added, and we wanted to present the food service sector, and we offer washed and cut before they hit the market. They're ready to eat straight out of the bag, perfect for salad and pasta mix-ins, toppings for sandwiches, tacos, and pizzas, as you know. Definitely we're taking advantage of the value added for increased inventory control and yields with 100% usable product, reducing personal training and overall cost savings. Also to add, a lot of this product is from our Cal Organic fields. So prior to the purchase, we were already working with San Miguel, and a lot of the items that were left in the fields was trucked over to San Miguel. And that is how the opportunity came on this joint venture. So that even though we have conventional organic, it's mainly organic product into those bags. And definitely working on having that facility process a lot of our innovations out there. So they will definitely have a focus on that in that area in Oxnard, with a team out there that is exploring and thinking of great new ideas and concepts. So definitely if you have an idea or concept that you've kind of been wanting to try, shoot it over, give us an idea, and our team will be able to probably put it onto their list of fun options to test out there. And we look forward to selling it if it's a great looking item. And then a little bit on RP and Tasteful Selections, food service potatoes. Definitely adding a variety and diverse flavor to the food service application with RP and Tasteful Selections. They are right across the street from us. So that one definitely is closer for them to transfer the potatoes over and get them loaded with the carrots. We also have some onion offerings catered to the taste buds of your customers with these full flavored, high quality options. So just a list of the different packs that we have. And again, just like I mentioned, just trying to really promote the one-stop shop. If it's feasible for you guys, know that we do have these other great partners. And again, the years of experience that they've been in the marketplace, and just being able to cater more to our customers and listen to your needs. So, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware now that we are this new family blend of companies and have more options to share other than our carrots, but definitely carrots is our forefront. And now we will be having these other great avenues to share with you as well as part of our family. And we look forward to seeing you at IFPA Food Service, booth 900. So I know if you don't get the opportunity, definitely I am available via email or a call. So if you have any questions now, I'm happy to help. If not, if they come across later, happy to help as well later on too. Shoot me an email, give me a call, or, talk to your ProAct account manager, and they know how to get a hold of me as well. So really appreciate your time and having the opportunity to share some great concepts of our carrots, and would be happy to tour you if you ever get the opportunity to come to Malaga. I know we're in the middle of central inland desert, so not the fun part of California, but you can always stop here, and then we're 2 hours away from the beach, or up north, 4 hours from Vegas, 4 hours from San Francisco. But anyways, that's unneeded information. But thank you so much for your time, and appreciate it, and happy to answer any questions you have now or in the future.
Perfect. Thank you, Maria. We actually do have some questions. What temperature and how long would you fry crinkle cut carrots?
Can you repeat the question?
What temperature and how long would you fry crinkle cut carrots? So you recommend frying them? Is that something that you guys are working on? Are you providing information on how other ways to cook those crinkle cut carrots?
I'm so sorry. It's like coming over muffled, so I could barely. That I apologize.
My fault. Can you see the chat?
Yeah, we can see the chat. Yeah, we'll pull it up right now. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Katie.
Oh yeah, good question. So for the crinkle cut carrots, in order to achieve that like crispy crinkle cut fry, in the air fryer, we typically recommend about 375 or so Fahrenheit. And then I believe it's about 16 to 18 minutes for cooking time. Of course, you want them to be, they're supposed to be soft in the middle and then crispy on the outside. So however long you need to achieve that. But yeah, that's about average.
Yeah, average. Now what's the next question, probably? What trends are you seeing in consumer preferences that are influencing your product? That is a marketing question. Like, what do you see more trends?
Oh, good question.
I mean, they always want new items, like new concepts.
I would say the crinkle cut carrots were definitely influenced by consumer preferences. The air fryer, as we know, is trending and has been trending over the past couple of years. So that's really what encouraged us to come out with that item and promote it as the crinkle cut carrot fries.
Yeah, so the air fryers are definitely a staple now, more in a household. But we know there's the conventional oven is still there. What are some of the tips and tricks that Grimmway uses to help delivery on time and keep fresh? So definitely keeping low inventory in our warehouse, so trying to make them fresh every time. So getting pre-booked orders definitely helps our production team to know how much to run and program their schedules. So they always try to make it ahead, that way we're not holding trucks up. But yeah, whenever we get like last minute add-ons, because obviously my goal is always to try to fulfill a customer request. So I always try to get close enough ETA. So definitely when we have same day add-ons, they're going to be fresh because they're going to get made. But our production team always wants to try to make it ahead of time, just to not hold trucks. And then at that point, most of our customer base is FOB. We do offer a small program where we cross dock to LA and Salinas/Yuma whenever the Yuma season starts. But we're mainly an FOB warehouse, so our customers are booking their trucking, or if ProAct's doing it for them. or helping in that concept, then yeah, the truck is booked. And then at that point, we just hope that the information provided, can guide on the keeping them at the right temperature and should keep them fresh. But definitely our bags are engineered to keep the carrots fresh and keep that pack date. So our packaging team is consistently doing their part to try to engineer bags, and some of them are perforated with holes for breathing. During the summer we do try to provide a little bit more extra water. Unfortunately, we're still trying to figure out on the snacks how to do that just because they're so tiny. But the 5-pound bags, we do inject a little extra water in the bags so they can transport with some moisture. By the time it gets there, it's still keeping fresh, the carrot, as we were talking on one of the slides. But yeah, we always like to hear different concepts of, what we can work on. And, we have our different teams that try to do that. What products does Grimmway grow in Minnesota? Do you see shelf life quality issues with product being shipped across the country prior to processing? I work for Upper Lakes in North. Thank you, Zach. Okay. Basically, we are working on Minnesota is the whole carrots, jumbos. I mean, it's still a test in a way, but yeah, we do a lot of like jumbos, whole carrot, babies. No,
I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't got to the baby yet, but mainly, yeah, it's a whole carrot. So like cellos and tables, and then because the skin is still on, we really don't, when it gets transported, basically a whole carrot with its skin, the shelf life on that, it really can last a long time. It's when you peel the carrot that now it loses that barrier that is protecting it. But usually, yeah, like I was mentioning about the packaging team having engineering bags, that way they keeps the shelf life for 30 days, and definitely having the right temperatures going across the country in the truck. So yeah, if we have a break in that cold chain, it will affect it. But the whole carrot with the skin, the quality is just great.
Well, I think we're getting close to our time limit here. You guys can still hear me.
Yes, yeah.
If you guys have any additional questions, feel free to email marketing@proctorsa.com and we'll forward it on to Grimmway, or really at any time your ProAct account manager can answer questions. And if we don't know the answers, obviously we'll reach out to Grimmway. But thank you to everyone for participating. Like I said, we're recording this session and we will have it up as soon as possible. But thank you again to Grimmway, to all the participants. I personally learned a lot today about carrots, so I hope you guys found it valuable. And look out for our next training next month, and we will continue to do as many of these trainings as we can. So thank you again, everyone, and we will see you soon.